I've had this Rotary soil sifter by Dutiva for 3 years now. I'm going to give you some pros and cons and some tips for success. Pro, this is going to sift your soil much quicker than doing it by hand with just a mesh screen. Now, con, it still does take some effort. It's not totally effortless. You're still going to have to spin this crank. It does give you a little bit of an arm workout, but still much more efficient. So if you are on a large scale, this might not be the right tool for you, but for a backyard gardener like me, it is perfect. So one thing that's going to make it easier for you is to think about how much weight is bearing down on the bottom bar. The heavier the soil is, the harder it will be to turn the crank. There will just be more resistance. So if you fill it up to the top and you find it's too hard for you to spin, then don't fill it all the way to the top next time, just fill it halfway. You'll notice as you turn it, it gets easier and easier because the weight is less and less the more it gets sifted through. Another thing is you don't want your soil to be too wet because that will make the soil more heavy and again harder to turn the crank, as well as the fine particles that you want to pass through are not going to pass through as freely because they're going to be clumping together. And sometimes you'll see they even create a paste over the grate and block the holes, and it's just a mess. So plan ahead, couple days in advance, open up your soil bags, let them air out. A lot of times the bags from Lowe's, Home Depot are sopping wet, at least when I get them. So let them dry out first, then sift your soil. And another pro, I've had mine now, I mentioned for a few years now, and I have left mine outside. It has been under an overhang, but it's held up really well. There's no rust. The crank still spins freely. It works just as well as the day I got it. So very durable. I do highly recommend it. You do not want to skip the step of sifting your soil before planting your seeds. The seeds need to have that light, airy soil without any big chunks as obstacles for the delicate little roots or the big chunks blocking the light getting to the seedlings.